Hi guys, and welcome to my review of It Welcome to Derry episode 7. And this episode focused on the pivotal part of the book, which was the Black Spot getting attacked by a hate mob and getting burned down. This was a scene in the book that we kind of knew was coming. There had been things in this early on in the series had been pointing to them covering this section of a book in this series. So there was a build to it, and I gotta say, it did not disappoint. This was just a fantastic episode, right from start to finish. Everything just fitted all together really nicely. So this episode, we essentially have it open up by starting up in a 1908 timeline. We see Bob Gray as this. We get a little bit of more insight into his life, where he is has basically just lost his wife. He's mourning that. He has a close relationship with his daughter, who is also involved in his circus act as Periwinkle, and he basically just wants to entertain children. And we see the it presence kind of viewing this from afar really, and seeing how for an entity that essentially wants to prey on children, this is really effective. That this is going to be an effective way of luring children in. So we kind of see this him take a form of this urchin boy to lure Bob Gray in. And so we see not only the entity taking over the iconic Pennywise, but also as to why he actually did this, why he assumed the role of Pennywise, and also, we get some nice little backstory into Bob Gray's character. And for somebody who was very iffy on the idea of him covering an origin story for Pennywise, I thought they executed this really well. So yeah, we then move into the present day, where we get into the kind of the main crux of this episode, which was the attack on the Black Spot from the hate mob. This secret was just thrilling from start to finish. Everything about it, the cinematography, the camera movement, the fact that it stays so focused whilst all of this commotion is going on. You have this real emotional punch with Richie sacrificed himself to save Marge, and for such a chaotic scene where so much is going on, the way that it continues to stay focused and have these little spots in it is just it's just so masterfully handled. It is just fantastic. And of course, you see Pennywise in the mix of all of this as well. You get another scene where Periwinkle basically, as we saw in the previous episode, where Ingrid kind of was assisting Pennywise and felt that this would kind of bring her back to her father. We see a bit more of that as well. But all of this kind of this whole sequence of the attack on the Black Spot, and the whole themes and the tensions of division and all of this, and also the themes of what the essence of Pennywise is really kind of like always gets summarized also by the character of Shaw here, where we learn that he's essentially just become this guy who's very much kind of like out of his time, and he doesn't really feel like the present day America kind of represents the America that he grew up in, and he fought for. So he's really looking for a way to utilize the entity of Pennywise to control people and to control fear, and that's a very universal and global thing. But that's it's always been done before numerous times in various kind of forms. But I just really like the way that it kind of manages to execute this theme, whilst also kind of wrapping it all up within this episode that's largely focused on the black spot, and obviously how Pennywise obviously operates as well. It all just really ties it all together really nicely, and just yeah, just a really not just a really solid episode of It Welcome to Derry, but it is, I would say, the best episode of the series so far. So yeah, just a fantastic hour of television, and if you haven't seen it yet, you absolutely need to check this out, because yeah, like I said, I was skeptical on the whole notion of doing a kind of delving this deep into an origin story of Pennywise, but yeah, they delivered. I thought that this was just executed masterfully. This entire episode from start to finish. So yeah, that pretty much is all I really got to say. It's fantastic. That's pretty much it. Yeah, best episode of the series so far, and yeah, absolutely urge you guys to check it out. So yeah, thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to ring a bell for notifications. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please feel free to let me know down in the comment section about what your own thoughts of this episode were. Do a playlist where I've done every episode of It Welcome to Derry so far. I've also covered the mini series and the Bill Skarsgård adaptations that obviously this series is a prequel to. So yeah, I'll include all of those in the playlists, and you can find a link to that playlist down in the descriptions. So I'll drop that for you guys. And yeah, thank you for taking the time to watch this video again, and I'll see you guys on the next video. You guys take care.